The thorax is the part of the body between the neck and abdomen. It houses vital organs like the heart and lungs, protected by the rib cage. In insects, the thorax connects the head and abdomen and bears the legs and wings. It plays a key role in respiration and movement. Sagittal refers to a plane that divides the body into left and right sections. In anatomy, the sagittal plane runs vertically from front to back. A mid-sagittal plane splits the body into equal halves, while a parasagittal plane divides it unequally. This term is essential in medical imaging and anatomy. Peritonitis is inflammation of the peritoneum, the membrane lining the abdominal cavity. It's usually caused by infection from a ruptured organ, such as the appendix. Symptoms include severe abdominal pain, fever, and nausea. Without treatment, it can lead to sepsis. Immediate medical care with antibiotics or surgery is essential. Inferior refers to a position lower or below another part of the body. In anatomical terms, it means toward the feet or away from the head. For example, the stomach is inferior to the heart because it is located below it. The lateral collateral ligament, LCL, is located on the outer side of the knee, providing stability by preventing excessive side-to-side movement. It connects the femur, thigh bone, to the fibula, smaller lower leg bone. In contrast, the medial collateral ligament, MCL, is on the inner side of the knee. Distal refers to a position farther from the midline or the point of attachment of a limb to the body. For example, in the arm, the fingers are distal to the elbow because they are farther from the body's center. It is the opposite of proximal, which means closer to the body's core. The pelvic cavity is the space formed by the hip bones and contains organs such as the bladder, reproductive organs, and rectum. Inflammation in this area would refer to a condition within the pelvic cavity. The inguinal cavity refers to the groin area, and the abdominal cavity is located above the pelvic cavity, housing organs like the stomach and intestines. The distal end of the femur forms part of the knee. This is the end of the femur that connects with the tibia, shin bone, and the patella, kneecap, to form the knee joint. The proximal end of the femur is the one closer to the hip, where it connects with the pelvis. Lateral refers to a position that is away from the midline of the body and nearer to the side. For example, the arms are lateral to the torso, meaning they are positioned on the outer sides of the body. It is the opposite of medial, which refers to something closer to the midline. The thoracic cavity is the part of the body located in the chest, and it houses the heart and lungs. It is separated from the abdominal cavity by the diaphragm. The other options refer to different areas. The central nervous system, brain and spinal cord, is housed in the cranial and spinal cavities. The major organs of digestion are in the abdominal cavity, and organs that maintain homeostasis, like kidneys, are part of the renal system. The right lower quadrant refers to the lower right part of the abdomen. The groin or inguinal area is located in this region, specifically near the junction of the thigh and the abdomen. It is often associated with pain from conditions like hernia or appendicitis. The hypochondriac, lumbar, and umbilical regions refer to other parts of the abdomen. Dorsal refers to the back or posterior side of the body. For example, the dorsal part of the hand is the back of the hand, and the dorsal side of the body would be the side facing the back. It is the opposite of ventral, which refers to the front or belly side of the body. The ventral surface of the body refers to the front side, which is also called the anterior surface. The posterior surface refers to the back, while dorsal is another term for the back. Superior refers to a position higher up or toward the head. Thus, the ventral and anterior terms are used interchangeably for the front of the body. The frontal plane, also known as the coronal plane, divides the body into front anterior and back posterior portions. It runs vertically from side to side. The sagittal plane divides the body into left and right portions. The transverse plane divides the body into top superior and bottom inferior portions. The horizontal plane is another name for the transverse plane. The epigastric region is located above the stomach and just below the ribs. It is the area where people typically feel discomfort from indigestion, heartburn, or gastritis. The right hypochondriac region is located on the upper right side of the abdomen. The umbilical region is around the belly button, and the right upper quadrant includes the liver and gallbladder, but the epigastric region is more directly associated with the upper stomach. Caudal refers to the tail or lower part of the body, meaning toward the lower or feet end. In anatomical terms, caudal describes a position that is closer to the tail or lower part of the body, opposite to cranial, which refers to the head or upper part. For example, the caudal end of the spine is nearer to the tailbone. The abdominal cavity contains the stomach, liver, gallbladder, and intestines. It is located below the chest and is separated from the thoracic cavity, which contains the heart and lungs, by the diaphragm. The pelvic cavity is lower, containing organs like the bladder and reproductive organs, and the suprapubic region refers to the area just above the pubic bone. The sagittal plane divides the body into left and right sides. It runs vertically from front to back. The frontal plane divides the body into front, anterior, and back, posterior portions. The horizontal and transverse planes divide the body into top, superior, and bottom, inferior portions. In the anatomical position, the body is standing upright, facing forward, with arms at the sides and the palms facing forward. This standardized position allows for consistent descriptions of body parts and movements. Anterior refers to the front of the body. In anatomical terms, it means that a structure is located toward the front or belly side of the body. It is the opposite of posterior, which refers to the back of the body. For example, the chest is anterior to the back and the nose is anterior to the ears.